the first thing is you need some trigger in order to start thinking about being an entrepreneur, starting your own business. Now, in the case of Daksh, what had happened was Sanjeev and I started the company. This is in 1999. And Sanjeev was working in Motorola, always wanted to be an entrepreneur. That was in his DNA. We did do market research. We looked at what the opportunity was in serving customers on the internet. These are actual slides from our presentation to the VCs. And what we found is that there was an unserved market. Customers were dissatisfied shopping on the internet, but it was growing very rapidly. And at the same time, there was a population of people coming out of colleges in India who had no jobs. So, the two could meet together. And that was something interesting. So we started out as Daksh.com. The first day in office was 2nd of January 2000. And very soon, the .com boom became a melt, right? So very quickly, we dropped the .com at the end of our name, right? And we were trying to tell people that we are not in the eyeballs business. And subsequently, 4 years later, we got acquired by IBM. What was the vision? What was the game plan? You need to be very, very clear what you plan to do. We plan to build a smart internet call center, right? So when you go shopping on Amazon or, if Yahoo or any such company, right? If you don't understand something, you have a question, whatever, you can send them a question and we would answer it from India on their behalf. What was our business model? Our business model was you need to have a great idea. We thought we did. Raise capital, build just enough infrastructure. A lot of companies raised money when they had $2, $3, $5 million, they went and built fancy offices. Really bad idea, right? You need to acquire customers and then do a great job in hiring teams and executing, right? At the end of the day, your biggest sales force is satisfied customers. And what we found is that once you do the circle, you have a perpetuity value creation, which is fortunately the way it turned out to be. Finally, it is all about execution. All these PowerPoints are very good in theory, right? If you cannot execute on the ground, then it is history. And that is something that we were religious about, right? And when you execute, you just got to ensure that you're doing it in a balanced way. So we had this mechanism of CSAT, ESAT, ISAT, and community SAT. So first thing, customers must be satisfied. If customers are not satisfied, then you have a very short-term business. Customers will only be satisfied in our kind of labor-intensive business if our employees are satisfied. So that was the second piece, ESAT. All this is good, but at the end of the day, you want to give financial returns to your investors. So financial returns, or ISAT is very important, investor satisfaction. And lastly, we felt that being in a country like India, if you do not do something for the community around you, then you're like one of the many other companies which doesn't distinguish itself. So our focus right from day one was that a percentage of our profits and people's time will go towards education of the underprivileged. So this is a story, it worked out really well. We started with 3 people. In about 8 years, we were 30,000 people and continue to grow.